Today we're covering 2 crowdfunding campaigns, and you're going to have to deal with my hairband. So, I hope you enjoy. Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip the Meeple on duty, and today we're going to be covering 2 different Kickstarter campaigns because they both interest me and I didn't see too many others that really drew me in quite the same. There's a little bit of news in there too, but I think I'm going to wait till next week with the monthly Meeple to cover that stuff, and I can get a better feel for what's going on with that news. End of video. Phillip here, realizing he forgot to plug our Patreon again. $1 gets you into our Patreon, which gets you into our Discord server, where we are one of the most non-toxic gaming communities around. We play board games with our patrons. $5 a month gets you a guaranteed seat at that table. We will play anything from games on Board Game Arena to golf with your friends to draw a Saurus. There's a lot of games we play with the community, and we enjoy you all. So if you like our content, you want to see more, there's a link in the description down to the Patreon. Go ahead and check us out. See if you want to donate or not. All right, back to scheduled programming. Jumping right into it, first up we have One Hit Heroes by Wiggle 3D. Wiggle 3D is the studio that brought you 5-Minute Dungeon and 5-Minute Mystery, as well as one other game that I'm not remembering off the top of my head. But those are the ones they're really known for, is the 5-Minute series. One Hit Heroes is all about avoiding damage coming at you. So let's go ahead and take a look at this game and kind of see what's going on. Now, for the solo build, they're putting together a doggo card, so you can be a part of that if you want. They put this right at the top. They put what you're getting, how much it is for the base game, which is $50. And looking at everything here, I don't think that's a bad price point at all, but we'll get into that in just a little bit. So what this is this is a boss battler cooperative game. So you and up to 3 others are heroes that you can only take 1 hit while bosses have a lot of energy. It has a little bit of a deck feel like the villains in Marvel United, where they're going to flip over an action. Their action gets flipped over at the beginning of the turn, so you know what's coming at the end of the turn, so you can manipulate your card play and all that to avoid as best as you can, because you only get 1 hit, and that's how they're helping you the best to survive the best they can. And I think it's actually a pretty well done system. For prep for this, I was watching the Before You Play, which I love the work that they do, and I hadn't seen a video of theirs in a while, and their setup looks really nice. Especially showing details of their cards as they are playing. So yeah, you have the scout reveal what the boss is doing. You're going to fight, you're going to deal damage, but you're going to raise your aggro bar, which means if he hits a certain point, then you're the one he's focusing on, and take damage that way. You only get 1 hit, so you get cards that can block and avoid damage and reduce your aggro and stuff like that. This is a deck builder as well, so as you go, you're going to get more cards. But it's really about avoiding taking damage and doing as much damage as you can and working through all that to the best of your ability. I like what it's doing. So in the base box, you're getting 6 different bosses that are, so each box has 2 bosses, so like a sub box and a final boss as you go through. And then there is an epilogue on the end of it if you want to pay an extra $10, which I don't see why you wouldn't want to get those extra bosses to finish out the game. It's a huge multi-stage boss battle with new game mode. It's going to change things up, and I honestly think it's going to be the way you want to go. So you're getting 7 hero cards, 70 damage tokens, which the damage tokens honestly looked really good. And the card quality looked pretty good from what I could see in the gameplay I was watching. But again, they're prototypes, so they're going to be as good as they can. But for what I remember of 5-Minute Dungeon, it's a heavy card stock, but I don't think it was playing card stock. So it's not the blue core, black core. And then if you really want to go in, it has all the stuff from the 5-Minute Mystery and 5-Minute Dungeon stuff. If that's what you want to get, go ahead. I don't know if that's a good deal or not, but you can get everything of theirs. The How to Plays, if you want to watch it, like I said, the Before You Play was a really good one. You can check out the rule books. Lots of coverage on this one. Here's everything you get. You're going to get the dice. You're going to get player mats. You're going to get all the different heroes and the villains that you're going to be playing against. It's on Tabletop Simulator. I didn't know they had a Discord, but they have a Discord. The solo mode and doggo. So it's an extra companion for solo mode, beginner mode, and power boost mode. So if you need those things, and then the shipping price is $15. That's actually a pretty decent price anymore on Kickstarter. Do I think this is a game worth backing at $50 or at $60? Actually, I think so. This is going to be a lighter game, so if you go into it knowing that, but if you go into it knowing it's for fun, you're not going to be disappointed, I don't think. They're calling this One Hit Hero Season 1, so I am actually going to probably wait to see if Season 2 ever comes out for this one, and then maybe I'll jump on it. Unfortunately, right now, I have to go with this other one, which is Project L's brainchild of Square One. This is a back for me because Heather loves Project L so much, and I love Project L so much. This is a game in the same family as Project L. You're going to notice a lot of similarities if you know the game. If not, then this is a pretty easy and straightforward game for what you're going to do. I like how they set this up. This makes it really easy to understand. So in the upper part of the card, you either have the 3 points here, or however many points is on the sequence, or you have your piece reward that you get for completing the sequence. Now down here is where you put the square pieces. All the pieces this time are squares, and over here on the left, you have what it requires to go into it. Now over here, you can see this one's real simple. It just takes 1 piece each. This one, you need 2 pieces in there. And this one, you need either 2 pieces or 1 piece, 3 pieces and 1 piece. You need to get all those on there to finish this sequence and move on and be able to pick up another one. You're going to start with a few different pieces. On your turn, you're going to have 3 actions. You can take and place. You can merge and or split. I love the fact that you can add them together or take them away to get the pieces you need to split. That's a very nice shift in dynamic from just the upgrades that was allowed in the Project L. This was a little bit expressed with the ghost pieces where you could break them into smaller components, but this does something different that, given, I think, more incubation, might have come about in Project L, but Project L as it is a really good situation. So you're taking away the puzzle of fitting all the pieces together, but instead, and you also, last action you have is your master action, where you can put 1 on each puzzle that you need to go. or complete up to 1 row in all your sequences. That's a key word, complete 1 row. So if you can put up to 3 out at once, and that would complete it. Now, how do you win? You win by getting the most points. You do that by finishing puzzles. You also get extra points for the more puzzles you complete in one setting. So in this case, they're showing somebody finishing out 4 different puzzles at once. You would get an extra 4 points for doing that. Not only do you get the points for finishing the puzzles, you get the extra points for completing multiple puzzles at once. There is a Joker expansion. So it adds in a new colored piece, and it adds in some extra puzzles. So let's talk about, this is set up really well. Like, I love the setup that they got done here with their pieces. So you have 36 of the white sequences, 24 of the black sequences, plus 140 of the plastic pieces in 2 plastic bins that have lids. So those pieces are not going to be all over your board. Plus you have a bunch of 1, 2, and 10 scoreboard combos, rule books, and the player aids to go with it. The Master Pledge gets all that, plus it comes with the Joker expansion, which adds a 5th and 6th player, 6 reward sequences, 10 white 6 3-piece reward sequences. I think those are black, 4 Joker sequences, and then 10 new white sequences as well. You're going to get the Joker pieces as well as extra pieces for the 5 and 6 players. 5 new 4-point black sequences. Oh, there it is. And markers to choose and player mats, because when you play these games to keep the game rolling at a pace that they like, when you play with 5 or 6 players, you have 2 players taking turn at once. And then if you are signed up for their newsletter or have backed previous campaigns, you automatically get, as an ambassador, you automatically get a special puzzle and a special Joker piece. And that's a Kickstarter exclusive. So I went ahead and backed this one. And as you can see, I did the master for about $60, which I feel is a good deal for what you're getting, because these games are heavy. They are all the puzzles are heavy cardboard stock or chipboard or whatever they call it. I don't know if this is going to be black core that they used in the other puzzles, but these are really heavy dual layered boards. The nice part about these puzzles too is they're not in the middle, they're off to the side, so when you get done you can just slide the pieces out. If you want to see previews of this, you can obviously check out Dice Tower, Board Game Co., Gaming Rules. There's a bunch of people on here that are going to tell you about the game and show it to you a little better than I can, because I don't have a copy of it. They are not doing stretch goals. Everything is already maxed out on the quality. They don't care. They're going to the max. And for shipping, it's going to be 17, I'd say $20, I guess, for US, because that's euros. And they're showing what it's going to look like in the shipping container, which is huge, because I don't want a game that I paid for coming damaged. Those are the 2 games that I wanted to look at today. Now, why am I looking at those 2? One, I like the idea of one hit heroes. I think, one deck dungeon, one hit heroes. I think one hit heroes has a good thing going, but unfortunately, they just hit me after a lot of the games that I knew I was going to want had hit. So it kind of spent my allowance money. That, and I found an all-in copy of Small Railroad Empires by Arcana Games for sale for an amazing deal, so I picked that up. And I found Honey Buzz for $20 at Walmart on clearance, so I picked that up. I wasn't even in Walmart looking for games. I just decided to wander past the aisle, and it bit me, so it had to come home with me. So yeah, I've kind of spent my allowance money on that stuff, so I can't justify buying one deck, one-hit heroes. Again, I'll be saving up because I know it's a thing, and I'll be kind of watching the progression of that game to see if it gets better. Square One by Boardcubator was an easy softball pitch for me and my wife. We both like the game, or we understand the concepts of the game, and so it's an easy add into our collection on what we know is already working for us. Boardcubator puts out amazing games that have a depth to them that their rule sheet belies. And I really like that. So that's why I'm backing Square One. And that's really all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below, and we will talk to you later. All right. Bye.
If you like what you just saw, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more great gaming content.